Hey guys, welcome back to the Convo Couch. My name is Connie, this is my co-host San, and today we have a very special guest, Lawrence Ola. Lawrence Ola is an actor in Australia and he's most recently in a comedy called The Cleaners. So welcome, Lawrence.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us about The Cleaners. What's it about?
So The Cleaners is about two bumbling idiots who need to find a way to pay their rent. So they concoct a plan where they clean up the workmanship of murderers. Someone gets killed, we're there to clean it up.
Now, I don't want to jump too much into the plot line, but how do those cleaners get contacted by the murderers?
They put an ad on Gumtree.
How did you get involved in that?
So I was looking through the Star Now website and I saw it had come up and I thought, oh great, this character looks like kind of an idiot and I think I'm kind of good at playing an idiot.
What's your experience been like in this industry?
So I've done a lot of TV commercials. Most of them are quite comedic based. Some of them play off the stereotype of one. I've done something for the NRL where I had to play a Real Islander.
Okay.
Other things, I've had ads for Amart Furniture and British Paints where I just play kind of an idiot and a bit of a dancer in another, but it's all been fun. It's all paid the bills. So
Yeah.
at this point, I'm not complaining.
Awesome.
I think it's worked in my favor in terms of being able to present what may be a stereotype amongst the general public in terms of this kind of face and how, you know, an island or a brown-faced person would typically be, you know, great at singing or great at football. And so I'm able to take that, put my own spin on it, and then stand out from the rest of, like, for me, like something fun that I like to do is like learn Korean. So in The Cleaners, I think they've cut the scene, unfortunately. But
okay.
I actually took a phone call where I answered it and had a conversation in Korean. So
Okay.
they could pop back in. Owen, yeah, I'll put that back in. Hello, my partner is an idiot. I'm nervous and I'm hungry. But there was no Korean people there on that day, so I kind of got away with it. But I think if you're an actual Korean person, you'd listen to me and think, what is he saying?
And then you also mentioned that you've done some Lush ads
Yes.
that were a little bit different.
That's it. So I used to work for Lush Manufacturing. So back in 2015, they pitched an idea when they had the general meeting for a new campaign where they'd have someone from the manufacturing side of the business to be in an advert, be in a bath. And I thought, oh, you know, that sounds fun. Good luck to whoever does that. And then my name got picked up and I was like, oh, great. I have to be naked in a bath.
Did you actually, or did you have like?
I had underpants.
Yeah.
I had underpants.
Yeah.
So yeah, that day it was totally fun. Lizzie and Priscilla, you know who you are. So they were in charge of that shoot, and they made it so fun. When I got into the bath, it was like almost like a tsunami, and pink water flying everywhere, but lots of bubbles. It was great, and to see the final product, and just to hear people go, oh, you know, you don't typically see people who look like that doing those kind of adverts.
Yes.
So it was a proud moment for me. So.
Have they ever gone, is that really acting, or is that just you on camera? Like, that's just you being you?
Well, I think getting like so far into my career, my dad always had these things just a couple of months back. Just like, oh, so, like, oh, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to shoot a commercial today. Oh, okay. So when are you going to get like a real job? It was the end of my high school career. I figured out that, you know, I'd like to do acting as a career and see where that would take me. If I can do this and provide for my family, this would be a great balance.
What was that feeling where you go, I'm actually getting paid to do something that I love?
It kind of, because I haven't studied or like, I couldn't afford to do any of those expensive courses. And I thought when I landed it and then the money landed in my bank account, I just thought, all I did was just act like a really stupid and silly person. And I got paid money to do it. Before you even step on to screen or stage or wherever it be, it's just looking at your character, you know, what motivates this, how, you know, creating backstories, like those things are very foreign to me. It's kind of just like, person's angry, that's it.
Okay.
But once you're, after the workshops, it's exploring, you know, why is this person angry? Does he have a good relationship with him? You know, how do they move about? Little tiny details like that just really affect the performance. that uncle's acting a bit crazy. Why is he doing that? Great, I'll log that in mentally.
Yeah.
And just seeing how relationships work and dynamics work, everything is kind of like a teaching point for me, or like I'm learning something, which adds to a manual where later on down the track, do you need to be a crazy drunk uncle? Oh, I remember this time.
Tick back to that manual, that flipping in that mental book. Yeah. You cast yourself as a bigger person, Samoan. You said brown. I don't want to say you said it, but
I said it out of my mouth. Brown. Later on in my career, I would like it to be just like, oh, there's my neighbor John.
Yes. Okay.
Just basically, it's a person. It's not a brown person.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
And then at the same time, I feel like it's so important to make sure I am brown. You can see that I'm brown. If I'm gonna own it, I'm gonna be proud of the fact that yes, I'm Brown John.
Yes,
I'm the brown neighbor. So there's a fine line between treating it like, oh, here's a stereotype, let's perpetuate and just add layers upon layers of stereotype. Tommy Misa, if you're watching, that's him. So he runs like a variety night every Tuesday in Redfern. So he encourages all sorts of diversities and people from the LGBT community to go and celebrate their own kinds of talents. There's also Jay Lanaya, you might know him from like Play School and Star Wars and stuff. Just to note, we are related. But you didn't respond to my Instagram message, and my mom is disappointed. So if you're watching this, we are related. I'm not lying. Your cousin was in my mom's wedding. Every time Play School would come on, he'd be on there, and Mum's like, "Oh, we're related to him." I was like, "Are we?" What?
Okay, and then she like bring out the whole family book and look up.
Oh, she hadn't she didn't bring over some of her albums over, but his uncle and aunt came to stay with us when we were in New Zealand, and so that's how she found out from there. And then she found out one of the bridesmaids in her wedding was his cousin.
Yeah.
So I thought, cousin, that's kind of stretching it. So I thought I'd message him because I'd seen him on Home and Away. He was on Home and Away for a couple of years.
Pretty cool.
And just like a side fact, he had step parents who were Asian.
Oh.
And just like that, you chucked all your diversity into like.
Oh wait, you mean on the episode his step parents were Asian?
Yeah. Through that, trying to connect to people and just seeing their projects and like watching like the products they made is. Doing your research is so important. It just broadens your horizons and your scope.
Yeah.
In terms of like people who live down the road. So there used to be a lovely lady who ran the bakery down the road from me.
Nice.
Her daughter is a director, Maria Tran. So she's been in a whole bunch of things, and so it's lovely to know that someone who like was at the bakery just smiling and serving me has been directing, doing action films.
Is she still at the bakery?
And then when they're busy not stealing our actors, our desserts, our music bands.
New Zealand dessert, what's that?
Pavlova, that was originally from New
That's
Zealand.
a bit controversial. I always thought it was Australian.
Crowded House, Russell Crowe.
Wait, Russell Crowe's from New Zealand?
Yeah, he's from New Zealand.
Mind blown.
Crowded House?
Crowded House, yeah, they're from New Zealand. Oh my god, I was so No, they're no. 네, 여러분 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 또렌스입니다. 지금 정말 털려요. 근데 the clean I just said it in English. 근데 please watch the cleaners. 사랑해 주세요. 감사합니다.
Bye. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Gangnam Style.